In this orthokeratology case, we're troubleshooting a patient whose lens is not staring very well, and there's also some undercorrection after lens wear. So I think one of the problems is we have some artifacts in the baseline topography, and when I took another look at the lens, it looks like this is being transferred over into the design. So there are two ways to go about it. One is you can just erase these areas, kind of like I've done here. You have to go through and reprocess the raw picture and then edit or erase as needed, and then extrapolate again. Or we can just modify the existing lens, and I'll bring that up. So this is the most recent lens for this patient. You can see the area steepening up here that transferred over into the software. And if we go to the back surface view, you can see that there's an area where the curvature is a lot steeper up here. It's reflected down here because it's a G-SYM lens, and it has to be symmetrical on the opposite side of the lens. So the first thing we want to do is increase the OAD, and we'll bump that up to 11. When you do that, you have to readjust your placements of the Losian IC. I think it is at 6.3 here. And 6.9. As long as you don't change the vertical positioning of any of these points, you should still retain the same demand as before. And then what we'll do is go up into the superior quadrant, 25% mode. Actually, let's go over here first. So over here we can see that the curvature varies, and in the upper left corner of the yellow window, you can see the dioptric power of the curvature, and it tops out, I think, around 3450 or thereabouts. So what we want to do is just go into these quadrants and do the same thing. You can see this one's a little bit higher. It's up into the 38. So we're going to lift this up to flatten the lens. Getting close. Okay, that looks pretty good. So you can see it's smoothed out right there, but we still have to do this quadrant as well.
Hi, Denise. I have a couple of questions. So I was just talking to Rose Beth, and since I'm leaving, we're trying to change, people that can sign and the online stuff. And Dr. Peterson doesn't. I have my own login, and he has his, but he hardly uses it. I don't think he's ever used it since he started doing the business thing.
Okay, so we kind of smoothed that out.
Okay.
And now if we go back to our regular view, it looks like the lens is standing way off the cornea here, but if we look at the actual values, 1682 and 1674, we actually have more sag in this meridian than we do horizontally. It just looks like it's standing off the lens because of the way the topography is represented here. Probably the last thing we want to do is readjust our center thickness. That changes when you change the diameter. I did not check to see what it was before, but you can change that to what it was. And this lens hopefully will center up a little bit better, and instead of being propped up and lifted by this steep area up here of the lens, it should lay and align better than before.